Once our main protagonist realizes that he has no choice but to stay there and fight, we get an epic stare down before the inevitable clash. My favorite part of this fight by far is the overhead shot displaying how close quarters this particular 2-on-1 is. The camera is placed perfectly so we can see all the action, while our main protagonist is keeping them on the wall for as long as possible to keep the momentum advantage, and at the same time successfully setting up our next location for our fight. At the end of every fight scene, you can see our main protagonist getting tired by the second, which is a good nod to the realism of the movie. Because of this realism, all the fight scenes end up being slugfest because all the characters are tired. You see what I mean? Now this fight is important. It's Mad Dog flexing his power levels on a worthy opponent. See, the fact that Sarge is technically the top dog of his team and the fact that he's getting manhandled pretty much says a lot. And the Sarge by all means is no pushover. But Mad Dog is just built different. So it makes you wonder what the rookie's gonna do at the final fight. Of course, he comes in to interrupt the free ribs my dog was getting. But once again, we get reminded why his mother should have named him these hands. Even while getting jumped, these hands are still too much for these guys. The pacing is phenomenal, and once again, if they are on screen, they are scrappy. Major props on the choreography, perfectly timing the back and forth of every character. The camera is also perfectly timed, so when it looks like one of them are recovering or need to recover, the other jumps in, leaving the audience assuming that they are trying to catch their breath or hasn't even gotten up from the last ass open. This fight stands out way more than any of the fights in this movie. The struggle was real with this one, all the way down to Mad Dog's last breath. They earned their right to walk away. Good job. Loved it. He sees multiple people coming for Ucho, so he gets ready to deliver us one of the wildest prison riots you've ever seen on film. Buddy threw Yuta like Riley throwing a chair. So now it's a free-for-all, and the goal is to save Ucho. Things were going the best they can be in this kind of situation. They were looking like they was going to be okay, and then Ucho got put to sleep. Rama sees this and immediately acts. This takes you to one incredible one shot of him dashing across the prison field. He makes it in time, but just when he was about to land the finishing blow, damn! Everybody getting put to sleep. Them boys out here staring at stars. But Flirt game on 100 as Yuta gets Ucho to lock eyes with him. Ucho kills his father in cold blood by shooting him in the head. Ucho shoots Eka as well, and just when Eka is about to go down, Yuta is able to arrive in time and get him out of there. Yuta, however, is forced to fight the top dog, and the first round does not go in his favor. Beijo then takes Yuta to finish him off elsewhere so that Ucho can come to terms with his decisions. All is not lost for Yuta though, because Eka plans on returning the favor, fast. Once Eka got in range, he calls Yuta to ram the car into the vehicle that Yuta is in, and the moment he catches a single person slipping, he pops off. I don't know if you guys know yet, but there's a fight scene going on during a car chase. The Raid 2 is built different. The car chase element is action-packed with stunts and great practical shots. Eka gets sideswiped and is forced to reverse to get away. This leads us to the smoothest breakout I've ever seen in a car chase. Yo, if that whip had any ankles, they were just broken. Yuta is still scrapping in a moving vehicle and has more henchmen arriving to make things worse. Bro, check out the camera stunts in this scene. This was a one-shot take that had the camera go from outside to in the car, back to outside. And now we have a fight, car chase, shootout. Like I said, built different. In the middle of driving, these boys playing a game of speed reload. Boys are still scrapping and the driver has not crashed yet. Can we give a driver a 5-star rating? Yuta finally gets out the car in time before Trux runs into the other car. So much for the 5 stars. And now we have round 2 with the now cocky assassin and a pissed off Rama. From the nope to the stare down to the inevitable, I'm here for it all. You can tell both of these guys watched Dragon Ball Z growing up. The way they started off a fight to the death with the warm-up. After the warm-up, then they level up and they don't look back. All jokes aside, this fight scene alone is why I started this series. This is by far, without a doubt, one of the best fight choreographies ever put to film. Argue with your mama. After starting off with a flurry of kicks, the fight continues to be intense with both fighters looking very evenly matched. Look is the key word because besides the way the fight is looking, Rama already read this man like a book. This is what makes the momentum shift really come to life. Rama already was getting the feel for his hands, so once he got the rhythm of the assassin's kicks, it was pretty much over with. Even though he wasn't invincible, it was becoming more obvious who was taking the lead. And just the stunts inside of the choreography is something to be respected. There were plenty of jump kicks, running and flipping into objects, breaking down glass. They treated that kitchen like a playground once again. And the fight takes another turn as the assassin knows he's losing very badly. So he reveals that he is also a weapon user as well. And now we enter part 2 of round 2. We kick this off with a nice 360 shot with Rama dancing around the assassin. Even though he's still a threat, Rama is still able to read him good enough to bob and weave all life-dealing blows. Just like the last movie, you can feel the struggle each fighter is going through. It is beautifully displayed in their emotions, movements, and stamina. And yet, the fight gets better and better and feels more high risk with every second passing. Now the fight one-ups itself again as now it feels like pure desperation. Through it all, Rama still low-key dominates the entire setup as he views the assassin as an open library at this point. Despite all the valiant efforts the assassin puts up, in the end, Rama wore him down and finally delivered the finishing blow. This was one of the longest fights I've ever seen. One of the most emotional fights I've ever seen. Some of the best choreography I've ever seen. This one fight deserves its flowers. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you like the content. Until next time, y'all be easy.